Aloha, everybody. This is Cathy Bilsky, the Quantum Leap Let Light Unite, your spiritual warrior goddess on UPRN Radio. And this is June 9th, 2017. Well, I have to apologize tonight because I was going to have this incredible indigenous shaman healer on, and he had an emergency and couldn't make it. Since it's the full moon, I thought, well, we might as well take advantage of it, and y'all go get your crystals. We're going to do some energy work tonight. I will do the energy balancing, curse removal to get you all ready, and then, we're going to work on the White House because to me, I look at the world and you got to work and send energy to where it's absolutely darkest. I came into my store and I asked him, I go, what are you saying happening with the men your age? And basically, they said the same thing, that they're kind of like drama queens because they just don't know what to do with that feminine energy. Well, I have another theory on this, and this is something that people just don't talk about. I mean, how are you going to go up to a guy and go, honey, you need to get your testosterone level up a little bit? But I did do a radio show a while back, and we were talking about this, how, the hormones are getting totally out of whack with people. And men are becoming more effeminate because it's messing with their testosterone levels, and they've got more estrogen than testosterone. Um, and it's just why I'm bringing it up, because it could be from the chemtrails that they're dumping on us. It could be from the GMO foods, chemicals, you name it, who knows? It's all affecting. Could be the fluoride in the water, a combination of all of the above. So all I'm saying to you guys is, if you're getting a little bit too girly, for lack of a better word, you might want to do something to get your testosterone level up just a little bit, not so you're like, full of steroids, but just that you've got that balance. And if you're in that male body, then you want more testosterone than you do want estrogen. And, ladies, you just may want to step back, though. And when your man is going through one of those female tantrums, or, like somebody maybe going through menopause, a woman, you just got to step back and go, honey, we need to get your testosterone level up a little bit. Don't take offense, but we're going to the health food store tomorrow and see what we can do. Just tossing that out there. Just something to think about. All right, so let's do the energy balancing curse removal. And if you've not ever done it before, it's just getting rid of energy that you've taken on that's not yours, removing overlays, and actually removing curses. One of the things I work a lot with is the violet flame. And if you've listened to the show, you have heard me talk about the violet flame, and that's violet, VIOLET, as in purple, okay, the color. And the violet flame is one of the most incredible energies you can work with because it transmutes energy. It changes dark to light. If I am around somebody really negative, I might call down the violet flame to transmute that energy. If I'm feeling like I'm under psychic attack, and what is that? You can get a psychic attack for pissing somebody off. Here in Hawaii, you can get your psychic attack for being white. Yeah, I know, whites are low on the totem pole here. You can get a psychic attack from somebody actually doing ceremony, voodoo, witchcraft, that kind of thing. Let me give you an example. When my kids were younger and, we were doing breakfast, and I would wake up in the morning and I would just be the bitchiest woman ever, right? And I would get cranky, and the kids never did anything, to really piss me off like that. As soon as I recognize that this is not really a good place for me to be because it's affecting everybody. Or haven't you noticed, Mom and Dad, that when you wake up happy, the kids wake up happy? You wake up bitchy, they wake up bitchy. It's a learned thing. So what I would do if I'm a little cranky and the kids haven't done anything to deserve it, I would go off in another room and start chanting to the violet flame, I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. And what that does, it transmutes all that dark energy to light. And then I can go back in and, we're cool. Everything is fine. We're harmonizing again. And sometimes I might have to drive, and go literally leave the house, during that time frame, and then just chant. And, sometimes it might take just a couple minutes of chanting, and sometimes about 5 good minutes. But you can feel that dark energy just lift off of you. And the violet flame, like I said, is one of the highest energies you can use. And they also call it the singing flame. And, every time you have a negative thought, that negativity kind of tars up your cells and your atoms and your molecules. And when you get enough of that negativity and really tarred up those insides, that's when your body starts breaking down. So calling forth the violet flame transmutes that energy, cleans it up, raises your vibration. It really, really cleans you up in a very wonderful, easy way. Now, the violet flame can also help you get off of addiction. Yep, that's what I said, addiction. Lifetimes ago, I was a really heavy pot smoker, and I got so friggin' fried that I really couldn't talk, couldn't hold a conversation. Memory was totally gone. And, I knew something was wrong and I had to do something, but I had no idea what. And then I went to this book called The Science of the Spoken Word. And in it, it told all about working with the violet flame and calling forth decrees and what would happen. Now, they said that if you call the violet flame, what it does, it will get you off of addiction. And I read that and I went, oh, heck, I think I'm in for this. This is easy. So I actually read the whole book. It was a really easy book to read. And in it, she has all these kinds of decrees or prayers, if you want, calling forth and invoking the violet flame. So I pulled out about 10, 15 of them that really resonated to me, put them in a separate book. Now, what she recommends is that you say each decree at least 3 times. So I would commit myself to doing this in the morning, and it took me like 15, 20 minutes, and then I would do it again at night. Now, she also said, or Mr. Prophet, the man who wrote the book, that if you do these decrees 33 times, it is the ultimate, the kick-ass, you will have incredible movement. What do I got to lose, right? I got the time. All it's going to cost me is that book and effort on my part. So that weekend, I went out to my backyard, and I really didn't live around anybody. And I was going to do, and I took my decree book, and I was going to do the decrees. But I also took a jar of 33 pennies. Now, I wasn't going to lose count. You know what I mean? No way. At the end of that weekend, my energy shifted so quick. My mind was back together. I was really off the pot like I was. My mind was back together. I just want to make that really clear. My energy hummed, because they also call the violet flame the singing flame, and it literally hummed. If I put my attention, you could just feel it vibrate and kind of go, and the purple filled the room. I would open up my eyes and just purple all over the place. Well, I changed so fast by working with the violet flame that none of my friends would recognize the new me, and I literally had to pull away from them because I was in too delicate of a shape and condition to be thrown off by anybody that really couldn't believe that I changed that quickly. And thank God I got smart friends, because it only took them like a week, right? And finally they went, oh, yeah, you have changed. And I went, yes, now we can be pals again. So the violet flame is very, very profound. If there are entities that are around, or reptilians that are around that I don't want around me, I call Michael the Archangel, will take his sword of blue flame and cut the ties with those entities to whatever brought them in, or if they're tied to me. I tie and bind them. I send them through the violet flame to clean their energy up and back to God. And then I call the violet flame through me to burn off any negativity, any residue from those entities. And then I fill that space up with an angel of light, protection, love, abundance, whatever. One of the good guys. Said, use the violet flame. You can write it on a piece of paper. The chant is really, really easy. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. And that's all you have to do, is chant that over and over again. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. That's it. And you can transmute dark to light, really help shift people, help shift yourself, and change the energy of a room in a heartbeat. Pretty cool, huh? So I hope you use it. Okay, so let's do the curse removal energy balancing. And for those of you that are going to participate, sit down and keep your back as straight as you can. Put your hands in your lap with your palms up, and start taking some gentle deep breaths, not so that you're going to hyperventilate on me, okay? Just breathe in gently and exhale. So you're going to breathe in light and exhale out everything that no longer serves you, and imagine that energy going through the violet flame back to God, and you fill up with your divine essence. So keep doing that until I tell you to stop. And as you're doing that, I surround each and every one of you in a bubble of golden flame. I add to that the blue flame of protection, the violet flame of transmutation, the green flame of healing, and I seal you in the pink flame of love. And I called all your teachers, guides, masters, and all the divine beings that are working with you, and we're going to invite them in to make this as gentle, loving, and kind as we can. So take one more deep breath and exhale out everything that no longer serves you, and imagine that energy going through the violet flame back to God, and you fill up with your divine essence. Now I want you to imagine this incredible divine healing energy coming down from God, coming into the top of your head, and allow that energy to flow through your brain. And as it flows through your brain, every cell, atom, molecule of your brain reconnects to the Creator, and you become this divine, awakened spiritual being filled with new potential and unlimited possibilities. And now allow that energy to flow out your third eye. And feel it flow down and now come out of your throat chakra. And now allow it to come out of your heart chakra. And now allow that divine energy to come out of your solar plexus. All right, let's bring it through the solar plexus one more time. And now allow that energy to flow out of your belly button chakra. Now feel it flow out of your sacral. And now feel it come out of your root chakra. Now, if you hear me burp, I'm not drinking beer over here. I burp up energy. So I think as a group, where there's certain chakras we need to work on a little bit more than others. And when I find myself burping on a particular chakra, then we got to bring more energy down through that area. So I want you to bring that energy out of your root chakra one more time. All right, so feel that energy flow all the way down your legs. Let it go out your feet and send it into the earth. Allow it to flow down your arms and out your hands, and feel it flow down your spine. So I want you to take one more gentle deep breath, and this time as you exhale, I want you to feel yourself releasing anything dark or negative that's left in your body that no longer serves you. And as that energy is gently released, as you exhale, we send it through the violet flame back to God, and you fill up with more of your divine essence. So as you're doing that, I call to Michael the Archangel to come forth and cut all ties to any energy you've taken on that's not yours, whether it's from a friend, relative, acquaintance, stranger, anybody you work with, TV set, animal, whatever the karmic reason is, it created anything out of balance in your life or your body today. And as all that unwanted energy is peeled off of you gently like an onion skin, it all goes through the violet flame back to God, and you fill up with your divine essence. And now I want Michael to come forth, cut all ties to reptile, dinosaur energy, secret societies, organized religion. Cut all ties to any oaths, vows, curses, hexes, rituals that could have been done to you or your family, going backwards and forwards hundreds of thousands of generations, or anything you could have done, consciously or unconsciously. And as all that unwanted energy too is peeled off of you gently like an onion skin, it all goes through the violet flame back to God, and you fill up with more of your divine essence. And now I want Michael to come forth, cut all ties to any effigies that have been misused against you, and that's any elemental of yours that was used to hurt you or anyone, including anything you own. Clothes, hair, picture, your name spoken, written, just thought of, or anything you have your energy on and as ties to all those elementals are cut. I call the violet flame through them to clean it up, the angel light energy to heal. We release all that unwanted energy back to God, fill them up with love, and we command them to be neutral or only emit love. And now I want Michael to come forth, remove any energy implants that have been done to you or anything that could have carried over from any other lifetime because of dark magic, voodoo, dark witchcraft, or just dark thoughts sent your way. I want the stick, pin, needle, or knife that's in your crown chakra removed from your third eye, your throat, heart, solar plexus, belly button, root, feet, hands, spine, eyes, ears, nose, mouth, hips, teeth, anywhere in your body that's out of balance. And as you feel all those pins, needles, and knives being very gently removed, imagine those spaces immediately fill up with the violet flame to clean it up, the angel light energy to heal. We release all that unwanted energy back to God, and you fill up with more of your divine essence. And now I want Michael to come forth, canonized patriarchy, genocide, rape, incest, slavery, prostitution, persecution, circumcision, removing any energy overlay that's trying to manipulate you, keeping you from connecting with God, healing yourself, being really successful, fulfilling all your divine missions, living your life in joy. And it's all that unwanted energy that's keeping all these wonderful things from coming to you. We send it through the violet flame back to God, and you fill up with more of your divine essence. So if there is anybody out there directing any kind of dark energy at you, whether it's through black magic, witchcraft, or just dark thoughts sent your way, we're going to ask them to stop and step forward in the light. And if they choose to continue doing their dark work, well, that is their free will. However, we will ask their higher self and guardian angels to put them in a position of total and complete harmlessness. We surround them in a bubble of mirror. The mirror faces them. It's 2 inches from their nose, and as long as they do that dark work, that energy stays contained in that bubble. And the bubble of mirror, we're going to put the violet flame in it, transmute any dark energy so they have no forward movement. And the bubble of mirror stays up 24/7, 365 days a year until they do works of good. So I call to your higher self now, and we're going to ask your higher self to activate your divine blueprint for perfect health, and then it starts manifesting in your body now. And as that's starting to just kind of manifest in your body, we're going to call down that energy and feel it just come over your top of your head and just flow all over, all the way around your body. And feel it now come together and integrate in a very gentle, kind, loving way with your cells, your atoms, your molecules, all your internal organs, going all the way down into your DNA. Now, it might feel like a warmth or a tingle. So allow all this energy, again, to integrate in a very gentle, kind, loving way with your cells, atoms, molecules, all your internal organs going all the way down into your DNA. So what we're going to do now is we're going to start doing some energy work, and I want you to imagine you're in this huge stadium of like-minded peoples, all loving, kind, and in the center of the stadium we're going to put a 100-ton crystal. I know it keeps getting bigger, but why not? That crystal amplifies what we do, and I hope you got your crystals in your hands now, because it's going to amplify all the energy that you do, that we do together as a group. So in your mind's eye, you've got someone on the right, someone on the left, and you're going to take their hands. Now feel yourself reconnect again with the Creator and all this high energy, healing energy, light energy come pouring into the top of your head, flow through your body, and allow it to flow out your right hand, your right arm, and going into the right hand of the next person, and see it flow in a circle. And as it flows, we're going to call to the guardian angels, stand between us and add their energy to what we're doing. We're going to call to our twin flames and ask that they send one of their soul selves, stand behind you, and feel them put their hands on your shoulder and amplify, the work that you're doing together. We're going to call to all the ancestors, the gods and goddesses, past, present, future, to join us. All the people doing light work, all their prayers. We're going to ask that that energy is added to what we're doing tonight. Now send love and light to the left, and as the energy flows to the left, the circle is now closed. So only that which is light may enter. We're going to call to the trees and ask that the trees join us and allow this energy to flow through the trees into the earth through the roots so she can really feel it, Mother Earth, and see it go throughout the branches. And it's affecting humankind and all life forms in a positive light. We call to all the rock stones, crystals, minerals, all the earth keepers, all the crystals and stones in the Smithsonian Institute, the crystal grid around Washington, D.C., and all the other rock stones, crystals, in all the other museums. Let them all lock in to the Earth Keeper in the center and amplify our work over 100,000-fold. We call to all the grids, ley lines, meridians, domes, obelisks, pyramids, all the sacred and holy spots to lock into our circle. And that Mother, Father, God, you guide us into doing that. Our will, but thy will be done. So be it. So release the hand. And what we're going to do is we're going to create bubbles of light. And in that bubble of light, we're going to put in certain energy work. And I want you to blast and just pour all kinds of energy into that bubble. So I want you to take a gentle, deep breath. And as you exhale, we're going to create a bubble of light in the center of our stadium over that 100-ton crystal. And in this bubble of light, we're going to put all the light workers, and golly jeepers, that includes you guys. All the people that are doing works of good out there. And we're going to fill them up with so much light that they become magnets for everything they need. The people that they're supposed to work with, their divine mates, their twin flames. I'm going to call the Ganesha, the remover of obstacles, to remove all the obstacles out of their way so they can move forward in light and love and draw to them so much creative abundance that they don't lack for anything. And they have so much abundance. They overflow so they're able to share it with others. And let's put in all the divine missions in this bubble of light. And on this full moon, let all those missions gain all kinds of energy. And I'm going to ask that all the light workers are divinely inspired to how they can be successful. So let's fill that up with light and love. And take a deep breath and release it. So again, we're going to create a bubble of light in the center. And in this bubble of light, we're going to put the white male racist Republican Party and the unenlightened Democrats in a position of harmlessness. Now, come on, that's pretty fair and balanced, don't you think? I'm getting both parties. So as we put in all the white male racists and the Republican and unenlightened Democrats in the center, we call to Michael the Archangel to cut all ties that the Republican Party and unenlightened Democrats have to any satanic black magic that is keeping them in power. We cut all ties to all their money sources, including the Koch brothers. We send this money energy back to God to clean it up. Now let's send all those money sources back to the poor and those that are standing up to the Republicans, including all recall groups. We ask that these groups receive lots of donations and excited, fresh volunteers to make the recalls possible and successful, replacing the Republican Party racist and unenlightened Democrats, along with Trump, with a compassionate, kind, awakened spiritual being. We remove all the energy veils that are around all the people living in the United States that are keeping them from connecting to the Creator to become awakened spiritual beings. As they reconnect to the Creator, see them becoming conscious beings, seeing truth, and through all the lies and deceptions as transparency is manifested. See the masses filled with all kinds of divine inspiration on how to remove the Republican, white racist, and unenlightened Democrats from office through political channels holding special elections, to remove them from office, replacing them with a human being, light worker, filled with compassion for all life forms. We see the Republicans, white racists, and unenlightened Democrats being recalled and removed from office now. We see the Republicans, white racists, and unenlightened Democrats being recalled and removed from office now. We see the Republicans, white racists, and unenlightened Democrats being recalled and removed from office now. We called Ganesha to place many obstacles in the way of all the Republicans, the white racists, and the unenlightened Democrats that want to create and implement programs that are not good for Earth nor any life forms. Programs that are intended to hurt and harm the poor, see them all falling apart. As people awaken, see them going to their Republican and unenlightened Democrats, the representative, and speaking their minds of discontent with all their agendas. As the Republicans and unenlightened Democrats awaken, connecting them to the Creator that now allows them to see the horror that they wanted to create, then being inspired to correct it with compassionate love of service for others. See them now funding all social programs, Meals on Wheels, including women's health care clinics, to name a few. We cut ties to the fear of women and the obsessive need to control them. I call the higher selves of the Republicans to step forward into the light, cut all the ties, Michael the Archangel and Shiva, to unbalance, fear of women, abortion, obsession, patriarchy, genocide, rape, pillage, plunder, incest, greed, power, gladiator mentality, military war, might is right mentality, from their energy field, cells, atoms, molecules, all the way down to their DNA, going through all the incarnations, backwards and forwards in time. As this energy is released, I call the violet flame through them and all their works that are misdirected. Cut all ties to all black arts, sitting in negative ceremonies that are being done, and any will to manipulate humanity and the earth for greed and profit. As it's released, I call divine male, female consciousness to their hearts that will flow to the reptilian part of the brain. I call the higher selves to guide these men to releasing all women slaves or anyone being used as slave labor. Let us fill them up with divine respect for women, life, the planet, and all living things. See men's higher selves guiding them to accepting divine matriarchy and opening their heart, throat, and crown chakras as these centers open. See them being very balanced, loving, kind, generous, peaceful, supporting women and groups that are in the light. Fill all these men with divine joy, divine mission, respecting the goddess within and giving freedom and honor to all women. See them becoming kinder and allowing women to be equal, divinely conscious beings. We cut all ties to all executive orders that Trump has written and retained in the office of the Great Seal. We violet flame them to clean up the dark energies. Now we reconnect all those orders to the Creator and command them to be neutral. No more forward movement. All black magic that's giving any of his executive orders energy, see it being canceled, cleared, and neutralized. We now see all Trump's executive orders being rolled back and stricken from the books. We cut all ties to Trump, Steve Bannon, along with any complicit Republican or unenlightened Democrats' vision of reinventing the USA along with Russia. We see this energy having all forward movement stopped, also dissolving completely. See all their Nazi plans falling apart. We cancel clear Trump and the Republicans' new health care bill that is really a tax benefit for the rich. We see this energy also being neutralized and dissolved to nothing. No more forward movement. Call the higher selves of all the Republican constituents and ask that they email, phone, appear in person at the Republicans' office and voice their displeasure with their actions, making it clear that if the Congress and Senate pass this bad bill, they will be removed from office. We call the higher self of Trump and all Republicans trying to keep him in power and the Russians to step forward in the light of God, stop acting like Nazi reptilians, leave all the social programs and citizens' rights intact, and roll back all laws that hurt the mass general public if you choose not to, which is your free will. I ask your higher selves and guardian angels to put you all in positions of harmlessness, letting awakened spiritual beings take their place. And if that means they are recalled, then may the recalls gain lots of forward movement so they're removed now. We call the higher selves of all law enforcement to also reconnect to the Creator. And as they become awakened spiritual beings, they see through Trump's plans and choose not to cooperate, siding with the people. Let them become more conscious of all the income and benefits the government has taken from them, choosing to become the protector of the poor, standing down on all orders that is against the Constitution. This brings them much joy and pride as they become good cops. We cut all ties to all the addiction ties that Trump and the Republican Party and unenlightened Democrats have to greed, money, and gold. We cut all addictive ties Trump has for greed, adoration, and drive to become a dictator. Cancel, clear, cancel, clear, cancel, clear. If it's for Trump and the Republicans' highest good that their karma is returned to them now for their actions against women, the poor, and the planet, then let it be done, which may include loss of money, all supporters of any kind, and all power. Let the magic of protection be removed from around them and their plans now. And if it's for Trump's highest good and for the good of everyone in the USA and the world, let him be tried for treason, be sent to prison for all his crimes against the people of the world. We see Trump, his family, and cabinet doing jail time for their acts of treason. We see them all being removed from office in a way no one will be hurt or harmed, replaced with a compassionate humanitarian. Now let's send energy out to all the enlightened Democrats and awakening Republicans standing up for Earth and all life forms. May they be sent everything they need to be successful. May divine enlightenment descend on all Republicans, white racist, and unenlightened Democrats now. May divine enlightenment awaken within all Republicans, white racist, and unenlightened Democrats now. Let's do it again. May divine enlightenment descend on all Republicans, white racist, unenlightened Democrats now. May divine enlightenment awaken within all Republicans, white racist, and unenlightened Democrats now. One more time. May divine enlightenment descend on all Republicans, white racist, and unenlightened Democrats now. May divine enlightenment awaken within all Republicans, all the white racists, and unenlightened Democrats now. So let's fill this bubble of light up with lots of light and love, and take a deep breath and release it. So again, let's take a gentle deep breath and create another bubble of light in this bubble. And in this bubble of light, we're going to put in all of Trump's supporters. Yep. The neo-Nazis, the white racists, or just the people that are just can't see reality and truth. So as we put all these people in this bubble, we're going to send energy and a lot of love and light to their hearts. And from their hearts, it's going to fill up their whole body and go into the reptilian part of the brain. And it's going to close that brain down. It's going to reactivate the God brain. And we're going to call the higher self of all these people. We're going to ask that they're reconnect to the Creator to become an awakened spiritual being that knows better, that now can see through any illusion. And we also want the energy of any black magic or dark arts that are being put out there, whether it's through magic, ritual, or frequencies, that's keeping these people from reconnecting to the Creator. Let it be removed from their energy fields. And again, see all these divine beings filling up with so much light. And see them reconnecting to the Creator to become an awakened spiritual being. Alrighty, so let's fill this bubble of light up with light and love. And let's take a deep breath and release it. So again, we're going to create another bubble of light, and in this bubble of light, we're going to put in all life forms, human, reptilians, or extraterrestrials. So let there be light. We're going to awaken the living zombies. We call to the Creator and Michael Archangel to remove all veils and overlays from all life forms, humans, reptilians, or extraterrestrials. That was created by reptilians, satanic magic, that is keeping all these life forms from reconnecting to the Creator to become conscious, awakened spiritual beings. As this unwanted energy is removed from all these life forms, we see them begin to reconnect to the Creator. Their hearts are now unblocking, so they start having feelings and emotions that are kinder in nature, hearts filled with compassion. We now see the reptilian part of their brain begin to shut down, disconnecting them from the satanic rituals that bound them together, resulting in the God brain being reactivated. I call to Michael the Archangel to cut all ties to any dark force that is around any human and all life forms. We tie and bind that dark force, send it through the violet flame to clean the energy up and send it back to the divine. We replace that energy with the energy of divine enlightenment. May divine enlightenment descend around everyone now. May divine enlightenment be activated within everyone now. We call to all the rock, stones, minerals, and earth keepers to now amplify enlightenment energy to help everyone awaken to light. We see all ties, binds, blood oaths, and the bee swarm mentality being cut between the dark magicians, whether an individual or group, and anyone trying to create a new world order through dark satanic rituals. Let all the energies from any and all ceremonies automatically neutralize as we anchor the violet flame to their ritual sites so the magicians will gain no strength or power. This will result in the collapse of all their projects and plans. We ask that all veils of darkness that is around everyone in the U.S. or planet that is keeping people from becoming conscious beings be removed and replaced with a connection to their spiritual selves, becoming conscious beings. I call everyone's higher selves and ask that the higher self now allow all strands of everyone's to reconnect and realign with the divine with such a high healing energy that will keep anything from affecting the DNA and mutating it for any reason. See how strands of everyone's DNA reconnect to the Creator, allowing the DNA to keep its proper divine shape, healthy and functioning. See all dark veils that are around our strands being cleansed by the violet flame, and everyone reawakening to their divinity and spiritual connection to the divine. See the Creator adding an extra DNA strand that is a direct connection to Source. I ask the Creator to send down the energy of love from the pink ray to be beamed down to all living things on earth, and charge that the angels and goddess of love instill in all reptilians and humans the inner knowledge that we're all God and all one. Then with much divine love, transform all humanity to becoming loving, tolerant, non-judgmental, and non-racist. We ask that all persons with negative feelings or emotion toward others step into the violet flame, then onto the light. Let all humanity embrace diversity and move into a future of love, faith in God, themselves, and each other. We send divine light to everyone's brains and hearts, extraterrestrials, reptilian, and human. Remove the energy of white racism and all that divides the masses. We ask that the energy of all racism, again, be removed by Michael the Archangel, cutting the ties with his sword of blue flame since the creation of the planet until now. Let this be trailed by the violet fire to transmute all back to light. Let those thought forms be replaced with divine love. I ask the Goddess of Truth into everything on the planet that is trying to hide racism and bring it up to the surface and protect those that are bringing the truth forward. That she brings forward all secrets and hidden agendas, the Illuminati, Aryan Nation, the Antioch Baptist Church, the KKK, Nazi Party, All dark politicians, skinheads, etc., are hiding or disguising regarding their practices, including Russia. Let all energy veils be removed from humankind so the divine may again come through. I command that all persons with negative feelings or emotion toward others step into the violet flame and onto the light. I call divine light, divine wisdom, and divine caring compassion to everyone's heart now and direct that energy toward the reptilian part of the brain. I command Michael to cut all ties and soul memory to the reptile dinosaur energy as the light enters, changing all cells and atoms to divine balancing, both male and female. See the violet flame blaze through the reptilian part of the brain, cleansing and purifying. Fill the brain up with divine thoughts, raising all consciousness to divine light, letting kindness, caring, and love come through now. For those stuck beings, I ask the Creator to shut their reptilian brain now and activate the divine God brain. We see these beings become an awakened spiritual being that now knows better than to hurt nor harm any life form. We cut ties to all fifth dimensional energy frequency vents around the earth that is creating a dark energy overlay over the earth to control and harness human consciousness. We cut ties to all machines that are affecting us in the 3D world through frequencies, vibration, and sound that is directed at the electromagnetic fields to create negativity and chaos. We cancel clear all frequencies that are suppressing light, giving humans an oppressed feeling. We now send a golden solar energy through these frequencies that shift the grids so people feel positive, happy, and see their life's missions and purposes. Let's send a golden solar energy through the Earth's morphogenetic grid that neutralizes any dark energy that wants to control the grid. We also command that all Nazi swastika symbols are reversed. So the energy now brings in peace and prosperity back to the Earth and humanity. Every time anyone looks at a Nazi swastika, see the energy being reversed into its correct positive direction. May divine enlightenment descend around everyone now. May divine enlightenment be activated within everyone now. So fill this up with light and love. And let's take a deep breath and release it. So again, we're going to create another bubble of light. And in this bubble of light, we're going to put President Trump, whoever he works with, and his family. So let there be light. We call to all the crystals in the Washington, D.C. area to amplify light and transparency everywhere in the Capitol. We ask the Creator to remove all energy overlays that is keeping the public from seeing all the unnecessary expenses that the Trump family is creating, that the public is paying for. See the mass general public demanding Trump either stop going on as many vacation trips to Mar-a-Lago or pay for the trips himself, no longer using taxpayer funds. We call the higher selves of everyone in the United States to realize that Donald Trump is a national security threat. We ask that every American, Republican and Democrat, needs to demand that their representatives, judicial and elected, stand up and insist that the Trump administration be suspended or put on pause until questions are answered completely and satisfactorily to an independent investigative panel with full judicial oversight. We call to Michael, the Archangel, to remove all overlays of magic that is keeping the Congress and Senate from standing firm and putting Trump on presidential timeout now. See the Trump administration being suspended again and put on pause and not being able to eliminate or put any new programs into action until all questions are answered. See Congress and Senate making Donald Trump show all his tax returns And if the man has earned it, it's time for impeachment. See that being given energy. If it's for Donald Trump's higher self and the higher self of everyone in the world, that he's either impeached, removed from office, or he resigns. We don't care. Either way will work. So now again, we've got all these crystals around Washington, and we're going to send lots of love and energy to all those crystals so they keep raising the energy of Washington, D.C. And it's going to cut all ties to the negative male patriarchal energy that is being sent through the quartz crystals that the Washington obelisk was built with. Now anchor the violet flame to transmute this energy at the base of the obelisk and through the crystal grid that continually transmutes any out of balance energy back to the light. So we're going to synchronize our intention to activate the crystal grid to stop evil choices from being made by the people coming into the grid field of the crystals. They're activating their Christ consciousness. They are now able to make decisions for the highest good of all, see people putting divine enlightenment in action in all aspects of their lives. Now, not only do we want this around Washington, D.C., but we're going to ask that it also be done for anywhere Trump is, any of his golf courses, whether it's Mar-a-Lago or New Jersey or whatever. So now we've got all these divine beings in this bubble, including Trump and his family and all the people that are working with him. So let's call some divine energy down, shall we? Come on, you can chant with me, and you should know it by now. May divine enlightenment descend on everyone now. May divine enlightenment awaken within everyone now. Let's do it 2 more times. May divine enlightenment descend on everyone now. May divine enlightenment awaken within everyone now. Come on, use the power of the spoken word. Shout it out. May divine enlightenment descend on everyone now. May divine enlightenment awaken within everyone now. So we're going to fill this up with light and love and take a deep breath and release it. So again, we're going to do another quick bubble of light, and we're going to put Steve Bannon in this bubble. So we call to Trump's chief strategist, Steve Bannon's higher self, to help him step forward into the light. And if he chooses not to, which is his free will, we ask his higher self to put him in a position of harmlessness. We surround him in a bubble of mirror that contains his energy with the violet flame added to transmute all his out of balance thoughts and energies back to light. The bubble of mirror stays up 24/7, 365 days a year until he does works of good. So we're going to fill it up with light and love, and we're going to take a deep breath, and we're going to release it. All right, let's do 3 ohms. Close the circle. Om. 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 All right, everybody, thanks for tuning in and doing the service work with me. If you got your hematite, go get it. We need to ground. Put your feet flat on the floor. Feel that earth energy come up your legs. Feel yourself come back into body. And if you're still high after the show, go hug a tree, all right? Put your hands on the tree and send all your excess energy into the tree. And when you're done, feel the ask the tree to send you energy back, and you'll ground. Remember, this is the full moon today, and you're going to feel it tomorrow. So, if there's people that you are in drama mode with, stay away from them. Just don't talk to them. And if you have to, back away from the computer. But I really hope that you're able to manifest your heart's desires this week. Thank you again for tuning in and doing this incredible service work for me, with me, for the earth. And I'm going to ask that, God really sends you something lovely. And not that you're asking or doing it for that reason, but I'm asking for you. I'm asking that magic happens in your lives. And on that happy note, I'm going to say aloha. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. And if you really need me, you can actually call my store in Honoka'a, Hawaii at 808-775-9400. If you need energy work, curse removals, healings, angel light tools, need any rocks, I'm the rock shop. So give me a call, or better yet, come to Hawaii. It's a pretty incredible place. So on that note, guys, have a wonderful, blessed week. Aloha.